they said, we will plant the children like flowers and grow them the way we want to grow them. And that was the beginning of state-run compulsory education. Yeah, we had Prussian, by 1856, we brought the model here, and we had professors from Prussia teaching teachers here that model. So it was never about teaching, it was about indoctrinating. It was about really taking away autonomy and creating a hive mind. Yeah, it's not about critical thinking. They said, we will take these children, and by the end of their schooling, their indoctrination process, they will obey orders. Because if you think about it, the teacher becomes the first parent. Yeah, once you leave your natural group, which is your DNA, your family, if you ever were gifted to be with your family, right? Then you're introduced to your first, what's been termed as artificial group, and you begin to identify with that group. I mean, isn't that true when you went to high school, your grammar school? Let's talk about high school. You were introduced to colors, right? You know, school colors. I went to Elizabeth High, red, white, and black, right? You're being set up for sports and for politics, and you don't even know it. You're introduced to colors, and then you see a guy from your artificial group. I'm going to a Union game, Union versus Elizabeth, and I see a guy, let's say 1983, and he has an Elizabeth High School football jacket. You know, he looks at me, and I got a football. He goes, "We're going to kick Union's ass. Yeah, motherfucker. All the way, bitches." I don't even know that guy. No, there was 1,000 people in my graduating class. But I know that he's part of my artificial group. I don't call it that. I feel akin to. Almost like you feel akin to the country you're from, even though you weren't born there. You're from Kenya, you're from Uruguay, you're from Canada, you're from Italy. Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I'm Italian. You put the little red, white, and green thing on the back of your car, you know, so everybody knows that's your tribe. Yeah, it's very tribal. It's very tribal. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not making it wrong, all right? I'm not making any of this wrong. I'm just stating it as fact. So our educational system was basically brought here in order to indoctrinate. That's why, by the way, the word kindergarten is a German word. It means garden of children because it came from Prussia. In 1856, it was brought here. So schools were never meant to teach. And now the indoctrination process, as you have realized, we talk about Generation Z a lot, we were being dumbed down. No doubt about it, dumbed down like a motherfucker. We just don't know it. And then once you buy into that artificial group, now you're ready to really put your heart and soul into some team that has your colors. Me, it was Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, and then you're set up for your political ideation because now you're used to picking a side, Red Sox, Yankees, and you jump on the red or blue. Yeah, the Kool-Aid glasses. Because voting is the only Santa Claus story adults still believe. There's no citizen oversight. It's never been audited, you know. And what they're trying to do now, yeah, that's just a false flag. That's just another party member telling you that they're going to do the right thing for you. And we've been here before. Yeah. Where's the Epstein files? That's all I want to know. Yeah. Where are the Epstein files? They don't exist, apparently. Yeah. And that's why people are so easily fooled and so gullible, because part of the educational system now has gone from keeping the children invested in the five senses. You know, looking. Yeah, people don't like, especially Generation Z, they don't like to sit quietly in a room with no sound and just breathe. Yeah, they lose their minds. Also some Generation X's, and yeah, but now more than ever, because we've gotten all this tech and we need sound, they need visuals, they need to be stuck to this artificial screen with the blinking that kind of captivates you without talking about the EMF and everything else going on while you hold this military tech in your hand. Yeah, your phone is military tech, by the way. Yeah. If it says smart, it's inverted. It's for dumb people. Yeah. Yeah, even the titles they use on things are inverted. Yeah, inversion is the rule of the Matrix. Everything's backwards.